Boiler up, everybody. We're going to be doing a Purdue Dynasty, probably the first one on YouTube. And let's just kind of jump into it. Here you see me doing the creation of Hank Cash, the new 22-year-old head coach, the youngest head coach of all time. He was going into sports management at Purdue, and he had to do a internship, and he found the football program here at Purdue, and he was so good at his job that he went to recruiting. And once their head coach retired, he applied for the job, and he got it. So that's his little backstory, I guess, to how he got the job as the youngest 22-year-old to ever hold a coaching job at the college level, I guess. Yeah, and through this kind of series, I guess, I'm going to be making, I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's going to be interesting, I guess. It's my first ever YouTube video, so I'm just going to do whatever, I guess. I don't know. Here you see me changing one school. I switched the Idaho Vandals for the Charlotte, Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, Chanticleers, yeah. I thrown them into the, the Conference USA, and here I set the coaching level to 3 just because he was such a good scout that every time I scout a player in recruiting, he fully scouts them. So that kind of fit in well. And here are my sliders, and that was my penalties. This is the user sliders. You can pause the video anytime you want. Here's the CPU. I have the quarterback accuracy at 10 for both because it's just so overpowered. Pass coverage, it's pretty high, but I like it like that. And now here we're gonna see the final placings the final schools in their conferences. You can pause the video at any time if you want to look at these. We got conference. We got, Big 12 here. No really big changes. Michigan in the Big 10. Coastal Carolina, I know they're not supposed to be in there, but I just like them better than the Charlotte. We got the MAC, Mountain West, no big changes there. Pac-12, didn't touch it. SEC, still didn't touch it. Nothing really to do. Sun Belt, I did take a lot of schools out. And now you see here the overall records from 1980 on to 2013 of the Purdue Boilermakers football team. They've had a couple successes, but not much. Here's the schedule. We're going to start off at Cincinnati, and we're going to go Ball State, Notre Dame at home, and then we're going to start Big Ten play at Wisconsin. It goes Northwestern, at Nebraska versus Rutgers, at Ohio State, at Iowa, and then we're going to go Minnesota, Illinois, and then at Illinois to end the season. Sorry about my voice too. It's early in the morning and I just Just wanted to get this video out. Had to do a little recording. And now we're going to look at the roster here for Purdue. We're going to start this junior quarterback David Blau. But the guy I like is Eric Sindelar, or Eli Sindelar, I mean, who is a sophomore redshirt, and he is very close, if not better, to David Blau, I believe. So he's going to be really a key asset, I bet, in the future. We're going to go here through the running backs, and I believe Markel Jones is going to get the start. And it's a weird kind of setup here because all the halfbacks are the same overall. We don't have a fullback, so I'm going to have to hit recruiting hard there. Somebody I like is Jackson Anthrop, the freshman redshirt out of the hometown West Lafayette, Indiana. He's going to be very good, and I plan on using him a lot through this series. We're going to be losing a lot of seniors in the wide receiver class, like Garrett Phillips and Phillips and Manhogan. I think that's how you used to say it. I don't know. But yeah, we got a lot of veteran, I guess you can say, wide receivers. And I'm going to have to hit recruiting hard there in a couple, if not next year. I didn't really focus on them this year because I had other places I had to focus on in the team. Cole Herman is going to be our starter at tight end. But Bryson Hopkins is right behind him, and I like that kid a lot. He's not as, I don't know. I like him a lot. I've practiced with him a little bit, and he seems like very vertical. You can get up. You can pretty much do anything. Best or even better than Herman. Got left tackle here. We could do a little bit better here through recruiting. Left guard, Shane Evans, who is a junior though, so we only have 2 seasons with him. Do have a sophomore though, Michael Mendez, and Peyton Truitt, who is also from West Lafayette, Indiana, the hometown. If you guys didn't know that, the hometown of Purdue University. I did focus a lot on offensive line because it doesn't hurt to have depth in offensive linemen, and plus younger guys can learn and get more experience from veterans, and they could possibly get even better than starting all 4 years. You're at right tackle. Still kind of. Look at that freshman though, Jalen Jackson. He's only a 64 overall, but I bet we can develop him into a very, very good right guard. I mean, nothing like not draftable where it's like 90 overall, but possibly by the end of his senior year, he could be a low 80, I believe. Here at left end, we got Anthony Miles, and yeah, is this the real either high or mid 70 overall? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that guy's name. I have no idea. I'll throw it into Google Translate to see. So when I do commentate, which by the way, commentating is not my, as you guys can hear right now, is not my strong suit. Which, as I go on through YouTube, I guess it will get stronger. So please bear with there, I guess. Let me know if you just rather have Kurt Herbstreit and then commentate the games, which I am more than happy to let that happen. But yeah, I mean, practice makes perfect, so sorry about the really poor quality in talking. I'm not the best at it, so so here we are at left outside linebacker, Marcus Bailey. He's only a sophomore, and I have very high hopes for him. He's going to be very, very deadly in his junior year and especially his senior, if he stays. And by that, I mean if anybody declares for the draft, I'm making it hard on myself where I do not persuade them. Even I'm not persuading them to stay if they want to transfer or stay if they want to declare for the draft. I think that's going to make this really interesting. It's going to throw curveballs at me. It's also going to make it a little bit more realistic, I guess, because coaching, trying to persuade kids to stay and go for the draft only happens every so often. But I think it'd just be fun if I just kind of let randomness happen to me. It's going to throw plans off. It's going to make this really interesting, I believe. So we're just going through cornerbacks right here. Nobody really, besides Hunt up there at the top, really impresses me. TJ Jallow, I'm going to be running with free safeties on defense. That's my user-controlled guy. I usually play the right end on the defensive line, but I just find myself breaking records and just like getting most sacks in a career and all that, so I want to make it interesting. I'm going to control the free safety, make it more challenging, make it more realistic, I guess. Kickers, we kind of have a problem. I'm going to go with Evans because Dellinger just does not have the leg to get there. I've used him in practice. And now, here we go into the created prospects. I'm not going to be recruiting these guys. If I do, it's on a very rare occasion. Here we have Andrew Driscoll, quarterback out of Birmingham, Alabama. And some of these guys will have brothers who develop as well. And most of them will have not most of them, those kids that have families and brothers coming up will have a backstory, as you'll see later on. Here we have Derek Green. He's the halfback out of Delaware, and he is a very powerful running back. He needs to work on speed, but a school who picks him up will be very happy with him. Also, this is one of my favorite parts of a dynasty, is creating these kids and just seeing where they go, and possibly just having them and possibly playing them. I mean, in the future. Next, we have Reggie Diggins, middle linebacker out of Louisville, Kentucky. He's a very powerful, kind of hard-hitting linebacker, and plus he has speed too. Coverage, he can work on that a little bit, but yeah, whoever picks him up too will be very happy. Most of these kids that I've created will be high top prospects. Not all of them, but most of them, because if I don't make them like that, they just don't get picked up, and it's kind of annoying. Scott Briggs, another quarterback out of Columbia, Missouri. He's a run and gun kind of guy. He has the wheels a little bit, but his arm is very powerful. His accuracy, though, needs to be worked on just a little bit, but he can develop into a very good quarterback. And probably one who we would probably see running for the Heisman his junior and senior year. Next up, we have Chris Blount, the one and only offensive lineman that I've made. He is a center out of Omaha, Nebraska. I just don't like putting in offensive linemen because they're just not fun to watch, I guess. I don't know. I like a lot of the position skilled players, and I just enjoy creating them more, I guess. Next up, we have Ryan Fields, a wide receiver out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's very fast, and he can catch very well too. His spectacular catch though is not his best, and catching traffic needs to be worked on as well. So this kid can develop into a very talented, possibly first round draft pick prospect in the future if coached and developed rightly. Next up, we have Peter Spofford. I love that last name, Spofford. This is very unique. I've never really seen it before. Was looking up online on a random generator, and it created Spofford. I loved it from the second I've heard it. And as this thing is, this fits in pretty well for a cornerback. Who, by the way, Peter Spofford is a quarterback from Manchester, New Hampshire. And I think this is a very good opportunity to say that you guys pick like your favorite players out of this, and you guys can like follow them. I mean, you probably won't, but still, I think it'd be cool. You guys follow them through their career, because I'm gonna be checking on them every single year, every single offseason. I'm gonna check their career stats, see what they did, and see if they've transferred or anything like that. As Jason Anderson, the tight end out of Bakersfield, California. He's one of the top tight ends in this class. He's very good. And I think he's looking to stay home in the LA area. This kid, AJ Hatfield, this is one of the families I'm going to be creating, is the Hatfield family. AJ has 3 brothers out of Long Beach, California. He has 2 uncles who have also had 3 sons who also are very good at football. AJ Hatfield will make a university football program very happy one day. And he will be one of the best, if not the greatest Hatfield ever to play football. Chelsea St. Clair, out of Baltimore, Maryland. He's a wide receiver, very athletic, and I don't know if his high school uniform that they show here says anything, but he might be looking at UCLA as a possible school that he wants to go to. I don't know if he's trying to say anything, but yeah. Taylor Charles from Grand Rapids, Michigan, a running back who is kind of flying under the radar a little bit. I mean, he is kind of a lower 70 overall when I created him, but still, this kid has the potential to be very good. And as I've said many, many times before, whoever picks this kid up is going to be very happy. As I said for most of my prospects I've created. Jake Rooks, a quarterback, Alamatu Springs, Florida. Now, this kid, freakishly fast for a quarterback. I mean, this kid could play wide receiver or running back as a scat back or a very, very fast wide receiver. But he developed a freaking arm at such a young age that coaches wanted him to play quarterback, and he did, and now he's one of the Florida's top quarterbacks in this year's recruiting class. We also got another quarterback here, Samuel Battle, out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He has a cannon. He needs to work on accuracy, though, to be an elite quarterback. I do like creating quarterbacks because that's my favorite position, I guess. And who doesn't like creating a quarterback, the conductor of the offense? You know, it's just really fun to create. Here we got Billy Hayes, left end out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. His power moves are pretty up there, but his finesse and block shedding need to be worked on. Currently, I talked with Billy Hayes a little bit, and he said that he's looking at Minnesota or Wisconsin, or any Big Ten schools around there. He's also looking at Boise. He's also a very good talent that is also flying under the radar. Next, we have Brad Jones Jr., a strong safety out of Hempstead, New York. Brad Jones, Brad Jones Jr., the son of Brad Jones Sr. He is Brad Jones Sr. played college ball, and he didn't go drafted. He went undrafted to the New York Jets. Played one season, tore his ACL, and quit after one season. But he coached young Brad Jones Jr. into a very good, strong safety, and he hopes that his son can go farther than he did. Alexander Waters out of Seattle, Washington, a cornerback who is trying to stay in the Pac-12 area, mostly Washington State have their eyes on him right now. He has a bunch of FCS offers, but he wants to stay in. I think he wants to stay in the Seattle area, and probably is looking towards Washington University as his team for next year. Xavier LeBeau, middle linebacker out of East Orange, New Jersey. This kid is a freaking animal. I mean, you don't want to see this. You don't want to go head to head with him in the trenches if you're a running back. Like, just look at that face mask and that visor. He just looks absolutely mean. I wouldn't want to mess with him. Mickey Lizak, the quarterback out of Northview, Michigan. Now this kid, I mean, he's at the bottom of the barrel. I think when I looked back at when in the recruiting board, he was like 190th quarterback in the nation. I mean, nobody's looking at this kid, and he's a diamond in the rough kind of guy. As we get closer to the end here, Morgan McCray, a wide receiver out of New York, New York. Now, he doesn't just play football. He loves basketball and he plays baseball. He's a three-sport athlete. This kid, very athletic. If he's not on the football field or the basketball court, he's on the baseball diamond. And if he's either playing football, basketball, or baseball, pretty much. Caleb Sims, another quarterback out of Indianapolis, Indiana. This one's a little bit interesting because it is in Indiana. This kid might be somebody I look at. I don't know. But, yeah, it's just very interesting. And with this commentary, I don't know if I'm going to be keeping up with it. Like, as I said, I'm not really good with it. It might make my videos more shit, I guess. And I just don't want that to happen. I mean, and plus I would get more videos out, as I did procrastinate pretty heavily because I didn't want to do recording my voice, but I think it makes the videos better if somebody does it. But yeah, I guess practice makes perfect, but I need a lot of practice. Here we have Tyler Jacobs out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And plus that commentary, I know I click off videos if I hear somebody who has a very bad, who's not really good at commentating, so I'm a little bit hypocritical towards it. So, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to work on it. Here we have Paul Oladipo, another halfback out of Fresno, California. And he is not related to the Oladipo who is in the NBA. His family, as of right now, doesn't know of it, but yeah, he doesn't know it. But yeah, he's not related to Oladipo in the NBA. But he does like to play basketball, and he does have his jersey. So DJ Wheelwright, out of Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. He's a free safety, and his favorite college is Boston College. It's right in his hometown, right there. He's a huge anything Boston sports guy. He was there as a little kid when the Red Sox won the World Series in 2007. So yeah, this kid, he just loves his sports. Now, Dylan Woods, the kicker out of Baytown, Texas. Short guy. He has a freaking leg. As you see there on the left, his left ankle, he did break his ankle playing soccer this year. So he did have to, or not this year, his junior year. So he did have to tape that sucker up because it still bothers him. So that might drop his, he might go under the radar for that, but he is a kicker. I think making kickers and punters is you have to throw one or two in each season just because it's kind of fun. So here we're looking at my recruiting board this year, and as you see at the very top, it's Clayton Bryant and fullback Xavier McClutz. Wait, what? McCutcheon. Yeah, McCutcheon. Yeah, my bad. Clayton Bryant and Xavier McCutcheon. Now these guys, they were gems. It's not like I went out and picked the highest rated overall and scouted them. That's not how I'm going to do it. I'm mostly going to look, as of right now, very low 70s, like a 71 or a 70s. That's the highest, and everything underneath that. Because right now we're not a very powerhouse kind of school, and I feel like those kids will be coming here. I mean, I'm not going to be pulling in a 79 overall before scouting, you know. But like most of these kids, as you see, are gems, which I just got very lucky on. I normally get one gem and like 7 busts. But yeah, I try to spread out my recruiting points as much as possible. You have a lot of 500s, which are places that are needed. And then I wanted to work on cornerback for coverage and all that a little bit better. We need better coverage. And I picked Jerry Nash because he was interested in us. And that's the only way I would pick a higher 70 or over a 72 would be if they're interested in me or not. And now I think it's very important to fill out your whole recruiting board because you see the bonuses. Even if you have 0 scouting points on them, you still get 195 a week for that one guy. So we're going to jump into practice here. As you see, Blau try to connect with his wide receiver, and the wide receiver can't pull it in. I am sorry. I did make this video already, but it was without commentary. I took it down because I thought I needed to make a recording over my voice with it. And I just kind of want to talk to you about the series. I am not a very good YouTuber. This is my very first video, so hang in with me. Enjoy the ride, I guess I can say. Watch if you ever wanted to see a YouTuber develop, I guess, into what he is today. If you look at Moonlight Swami or Mr. Hurricane, and you go back to their very first videos, it's not as what it was today, if you understand that. And yeah, I guess you have the opportunity now to subscribe to a very, very poorly YouTube creator and watch him grow. So And as of right now, I don't know if I'm sticking with the name Hailstorm. I gotta work on some channel art too, and yeah, it's gotta work on the whole channel, I guess. I want a different name as well, so I don't know I don't know what I'm gonna pick, but I'll probably change it. And so yeah, I guess. So sit back and I guess enjoy the remainder of the practice, and I'll come back to you at the end of it. So, as you can see, week 1 we'll be taking on the Bearcats of Cincinnati. So I hope you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, which I'm going to try my hardest to get more of this out for you. Thank you for watching and have a great day.